So I went from picking a starter card to a god squad in only 6 hours, and this is how I did it. So to start off, we obviously picked our starter card. We ended up going for Jimmy Butler, and we started at like 3:58 p.m. Irish time. Basically because we knew there was gonna be a Tracy McGrady event, which turned out to be kind of not great, but there was something huge that came at that time.
An invincible locker code.
And with that, I forgot to mention, we literally got our first free endgame card.
So Jason Tatum, Kay Cunningham, Russ, LaMelo, Scotty, and Evan Mobley. Okay, it's a ball drop. It's a ball drop. So, the one you don't want is Russ. No! Oh, thank God I missed Russ. Then the worst I can get now is Scotty. Is that Scotty or Cade that I'm landing here? If it's Scotty, it's fine. I would rather Cade. Oh, drop it on the left side. Jesus, lads.
We then did what everybody should do when they open their starter pack if they are starting a new squad, and it's sell your injury cards and sell whatever bronze badge you get. Especially today because you need badges for Lance Stevenson Hollow. Badges also for a minimum of 1000 MT. So that was pretty good throughout, to get us started. And we did start off with some TT offline. Basically, we wanted to get those Tracy McGrady packs as easily as possible. We then played a challenge, 3000 MT, as well as an endgame pack for this Shaq challenge. And this was kind of a wild one because I literally let the CPU score. I did not want to lose it on a three-pointer. I wanted to take it into my own hands, and Cade with takeover snatches back, and he greens the deep three to win that challenge. We get our 3000 MT, and from our endgame Shaq pack, we end up getting absolutely nothing. You'll see later. We don't get too much in packs. But what I'm doing is I'm discarding anything that doesn't really have value. Things like playbooks are hard to sell. They do have a bit of value, but they are really hard to sell. We then go for Doug Christie, or Dog Christie as I like to call him. Just these TTO challenges are really easy, and we just get them done before we go and play the final challenge. I'm using Steph, even though I don't really like Steph. Look, it's between him and Cade, and sometimes I want to use Steph, other times I want to use Cade. But from these challenges here, it was pretty easy. None of them are that difficult. And with that, we had gotten to level 9. You might be thinking, oh, these are kind of irrelevant, especially if you guys are somebody that's been playing this game for a while. All these things like Deluxe NBA All-Time Packs, they don't really matter. These Sapphire Prize Balls, they don't really matter. Even the Ascension at the end of the day doesn't matter too much. But the big thing, like out of that pack, we did get a Luka, who we ended up getting nearly 1600 MT for. So we do go play a little bit more of TT offline. I wanted to build up a little bit more in our squad before we, went into any online play. I didn't feel there really being that much of a need to do it. And especially with these packs not being great, these Tracy McGrady packs. Like, you really didn't get much out of them. But at least it was like 400 MT for a discard, which isn't that bad. So we are looking for a giant at power forward or center, and I really do want Kristaps. So I initially saw Kristaps really cheap. Thought I was going to be able to get him, and then by the time I checked, he had gone way up in price. So we continued to play TT offline in order to get the coins to get Kristaps. And I'm thinking with that 1250 that we've got more than enough. And to be fair, I was right. We do have more than enough for Kristaps. But we tried to go in a diamond shoe and an extra half, but we miss out on it. And on the next refresh, we, obviously miss out on that one there again. We go refresh one more time. We do get one for a little bit cheaper with a diamond shoe, but unfortunately no extra half badge. Still not a bad price for Kristaps. It comes in a center. I completely forgot about the Pioneers of the game, which I decided to do before I went and played the Pro Difficulty Challenge for Doug Christie. And pretty much I just wanted to get some guys into the squad, and this is one of the easier challenges for some 3 pretty decent Dark Matters. I don't really know why people are saying these guys are terrible, and that's an hour. That's pretty much how we finished the first hour. If we really wanted to, we could have made a Dark Matter starting 5, which is really not bad for only an hour of playing 2K. To start hour 2, obviously we're going to play this challenge for Doug Christie. This took a lot of hour 2, to be honest. Well, I don't mean a lot, it took 25 minutes. And the Sapphire Prize Ball, we went and got the reward, and it was tokens. Oh, lads, tokens really don't do anything at this stage in the game. But doesn't matter. We got him. We got the GOAT. He's not Doug Christie. He is Dog Christie. We got the absolute beast of a point guard or shooting guard in Dog Christie. I then decided to play some co-op because initially I actually thought that we were going to get Tracy McGrady packs playing in co-op, because in 2K's original graphic it just said play with friends and challenges. I assumed co-op wasn't play with friends. Unfortunately, we didn't get any Tracy McGrady players, and we played a lot of co-op. Win some, we lose some. That previous one we lost was kind of crazy. We literally lost that game to like a 65 rated Kevin Garnett hitting a 3 on us, which was kind of nuts. But we're doing all right. Like, I'm running Porzingis, and I do end up switching to the best shooter in the game, Keith Van Horn. If you guys know me, you guys know there's one base I prefer more than anyone. It's Chetty Osman. I'm tempted to bring Chetty Osman back into my squad. That is how much I like Chetty Osman base. Like, I am very tempted to just bring Chetty Osman back into my team because Keith Van Horn doesn't miss. And Chetty Osman's release is smoother than Keith Van Horn's. So, yeah. If I'm using Keith Van Horn as best shooter in the game, why the hell not use Chetty Osman as best shooter in the game? But we are doing pretty well. Most of these games are close at an 18 each. We make a very solid pass there to Jazz, who is using his Tracy McGrady, and we can get a dub there. But it doesn't matter though. Keith Van Horn is just a chicken, man. We do get outplayed in this game though, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we're still doing all right. Like, we switched to Curry, which is a kind of crazy one for me because I'm terrible at Curry. I know I think I had 12 points in that game, but my God, do I suck with Curry. Like, I'm really, really bad with Curry. But it was a bit of fun playing in co-op. We were more so than anything going for the top reward. And I do end up getting Grady Dick, basically because he's 6.5k and unbelievably good. Like, he's going to come into our main squad and he's going to stay in our main squad. A 6'8 Curry sliding guy like him can compete with anybody. Josh comes out on Marc Gasol, and in Josh's defense, for a guy who normally shoots a lot of heavies when he plays as guard, he was cooking. He didn't miss a Marc Gasol. And then we tried to run quick true STS right here to win this game. And yeah, it just didn't work. It just didn't work. But who knows, maybe we can run quick true STS later in games. But I don't know what I'm even doing right here. I'm just dribbling in circles, but it doesn't matter. It is Grady. I'm going to hit that 3. We then tried to win again with quick true STS.
Hit that screen.
This is it.
Oh, we did it! Quick true STS lob. We did it.
I can sleep tonight though.
Oh my God.
Not at all. It doesn't even Whoa.
Okay.
Bro,
Oh, that's not even an
it's
AI.
game attack, Malik Ball.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was looking like. It's like
Who the fuck? Who is this? Who is this? This guy. We're being stream sniped. Yeah, hit me. Who is this? Chad, who is this? No. Yeah, you're right. Josh, you're right.
I should go man. Take the 2. Yeah, I should go man. See.
Terrible shot. Oh, we can win this game.
Come on.
No!
Oh,
There's no way.
oh my seat.
Okay. One of us, you, Jazz, you run. Get the Jazz. Jazz, come closer to me. And everyone's clear the fuck out.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay. That's okay. Just don't go up for a bad drive. That's the only thing that could cost us this game. Just don't go up for a bad drive. Bad drive.
Don't go up for a bad drive, you say?
Oh my God.
Someone get on the mic.
And after that incredible win, we go and get an endgame pack. I'm thinking I deserve a Dark Matter, but no, we get literally the Stellar Cade. But we had a couple of All-Star packs, which we got from playing the TTO co-op. We get, to be fair, we get nothing really. So I then go and buy one of these prize balls. They're not really worth much, but it's the only real way I can turn any tokens into MT, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So then we go play a little bit more in co-op. I'm out here running with best shooter in the game, Keith Van Horn. And we do go and get our car. Well, we do go and get some sales. But I decided to move away from co-op. We get Mark Williams, who's extinct. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I can get 1850 for him. Apparently, I undersold because he sold so quick. So I initially was thinking about playing some TT offline, but I decided to switch it up. Decided to play some online using a pretty good team. Like, I'm really happy with Doug, best shooter in the game, and Porzingis. And we do go on quite a bit of a win streak right here. We don't get too lucky. We don't get unlucky with boards, but we don't get particularly lucky. But when it gets to the top boards, for our specific challenge, other than like obviously the two headliners, we did do pretty well. So in our top, well, we go 6-0 right here, and we are playing pretty decent. And we're getting quick win after quick win after quick win. And in two of our three boards, sorry, up at the top, we end up getting the 3000 MT, which is kind of what I wanted. And we just got a lot of really easy wins here. 27,000 MT. I think at this stage, we'd already purchased our Vitas, maybe, I think. Maybe not. But we do go and get Dirk Nowitzki. I lost the footage for myself getting our Vitas. I think we'd already got him at this stage. We then go and try out Tony Allen. Tony Allen's literally like the 6,000 XP reward or something. He's chick. He's absolutely chick. Not as chick as Keith Van Horn, though. Best shooter in the game, who we go and use right there. And we're now on 18,000 MT. So we buy Rudy Gay, who's an incredibly good small forward or shooting guard, but honestly, playing meter, it doesn't really matter. We then go and get a Hoff badge, which normally Hoff badges are pretty good, but when I can't really put them on cards to sell, it's not the biggest deal in the world, if we're being honest. And again, with these Orlando packs, we do quick sell a lot of cards, and with just all the stuff we're picking up from random packs, we're getting a couple of injury cards here and there, a couple of like bad players that we're able to either discard, or maybe sometimes they'll sell for something. Like Mikal Bridge obviously not selling is a little bit annoying. And then even here, when we hit the 3000 MT on our next go, we go and miss it. But coming into the final hour right here, we do end up selling quite a bit of cards. So I decide, screw it, I'm going to end this on opening 2 prize balls. I basically said that on stream. I had 115 tokens. So what I was going to do was I was going to play TT offline until I opened all of my prize balls, and whatever I got in Tracy McGrady packs, I'd open them at the end. We then go and open this prize ball right here, and with the diamond shoe packs, it's not too bad because with these boosts you can get anything. So one of my diamond shoe boosts, I got I think I got lateral. I think I got lateral twice, and then the other one I got 2 3-pointers. So it's quite a bit of MT. As you can see, we end up opening both the prize balls. And while, again, like, it doesn't seem like it's the greatest, they actually do a lot of the time have more value than going and getting a pack. Because, again, you're seeing we're getting like 1250 and we're able to sell 1 or 2 of those and discard a few of them. When it came to, like, badges and stuff that we were able to discard, we ended up coming out with quite a bit of MT. So we're discarding all of these just miscellaneous jerseys that we're never going to use. Some of these cards will end up selling right here. And in general, we're doing well MT-wise. We are doing pretty well. But these team map packs are awful. Like, they're fine. It's about 300-400 MT extra per win. But, like, it's literally just get a card, discard it. And, like, there's basically no opportunity to get T-Mac. Like, I think I got 1 diamond T-Mac out of, like, 30 at least of these that I opened. I know some people that have opened 70, 80 of these packs and they've gotten 1 pink diamond. I think 1 person in my entire chat said they got a Radiant T-Mac who's like 20k. So it really is just, it really kind of is just pointless going for these unless you are really starting off, because you're not getting a crazy amount. So I'm trying to see if I can get a giant right here. I'm looking at Ralph Sampson thinking 30k. Look, if I can get Ralph Sampson, cool, he can come into our squad, and it means that I can just use like Nat Clifton at the 3. Not the greatest thing in the world, but if I have to, I have to. We searched for Mark Eaton, so we went a completely different route. I just couldn't find any centers that I liked because, again, I already have Arvidas, I have Porzingis. I can play Porzingis as center if I do need to, and Yao Ming is a little bit expensive as well. So any of the good centers are expensive. So I decided to spend 4.5k on a 7-2 shooter and Peter Goodmanson. We also went and bought ourselves Tracy McGrady. So our team is looking better. It is really looking better, but I don't really want the likes of like Nat Clifton and Chuck Cooper on the team. Not cards I like that much. So I'm looking through the auction to see who to buy. My chat was telling me to buy Marc Gasol, and to be honest, they were completely right. Marc Gasol is an incredible player, and it gives us a little more versatility with that backup center. We can either use Peter, like with our backup power forwards and centers, even our starters, we have versatility. And then we picked up Anthony Black because Amen Thompson is very expensive, but for 5.5k, Anthony Black, in my opinion, is better and one of the best point guards in the game. So this is what we have. After 6 hours, we have a team with 2 6'7", 6'8" elite point guards, 2 unbelievably good shooting guards, a very solid like small forward combo, but a little bit too, well, very offensive. Power forwards of like Dirk and Porzingis, and backup centers of Marc Gasol with like Curry around off the bench. What a freaking team that we built from scratch in 6 hours.